All right, I'm Dave Dally with LincolnCityTV.com. We're here today at the 2017 Lincoln City Paddle Festival here at D River Wayside on 101 in Lincoln City. And we have with us here one of our participants. Came from Seattle. Give us your names, please.
Doug Broadbent.
Okay, Doug, what was it like to come to our town of Lincoln City, enjoy our Devil's Lake today?
Well, from Seattle, I love the ride down. Me and a buddy, we stopped and went skydiving at Kapowsin.
Wow.
And then we finished off the ride, we stopped by the Tillamook Cheese Factory.
Cool.
Had a really great time. The scenery is beautiful, the ride up here. Then we pulled into town. It was just like an oasis. It was really calm. Everything was quiet. It was kind of around 8:30 at night.
Wow.
And then we just had a really nice time finding our place. It was easy. It was good.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many times have you been to Lincoln City?
First time.
Wow. So a recreation tourism contest is brought you to our town for the first time. How'd you hear about it?
From Rob Casey in Seattle. There's a small group of us that are really into paddleboarding. And when the word of a race came down, we were all in.
Wow. And what is it about paddleboarding that you feel is becoming so common, mainstream in our communities now?
Well, I call it mean time to the water. And so if you have a boat, it's going to take you a long time to get your boat, get it down to the water, and hop on it. But with a paddleboard, you can keep it in your garage, toss it on your car. And for me, it takes me about 15 minutes to get from my house to the water.
Wow.
And so it allows me, it makes the water more accessible to me.
Wow. And you had quite a impressive cross the finish line stance. Folks, he did a headstand on his stand-up paddleboard as he crossed the finish line. Doug, where did you learn that technique, and how much has it taken to practice to get that down?
Well, it's not that difficult. It's a lot easier than you think it is. But I got into paddleboard through yoga, and I'd go out in the water at sunset and do some yoga paddleboarding. And then at one point, I saw these guys racing, and I thought I'd try it. My very first race, I was so far behind. I thought, oh man, it looks a lot easier than it is to race.
Yeah.
And so as I finished dead last in the race, I noticed everybody that had raced, about 35 people, were waiting for me at the finish for the last person to cross. And so as I couldn't quite hit the speed, I came through and popped up a headstand, and it was a really fun thing for everybody.
Wow.
And so I do it at every race.
Fantastic. Well, I think that does mirror yoga and stand-up paddleboard. They're both kind of graceful, but you can go at intense with yoga, and you can do intense paddleboarding, but also just taking in the resource and going at your pace and taking your breath. It's just such a nice way to take in the resource, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to see the world. And so paddleboarding can get you to places on the water that you wouldn't normally stop to, shallow water that you can't get to with a boat, really serene. And then if you just take the time and be quiet, you can see nature around you.
Wow.
And then as you do a yoga flow, possibly down dog, you look behind you between your legs, and you see an eagle flying back behind you. Wow. It's pretty beautiful.
So you're done with the race. It's now midday. What do you plan to do the rest of the day here in Lincoln City?
Well, we're going to grab some food, and then we're going to go out and hit the waves today.
Oh, good.
So we're going to go do a precursor for tomorrow's race.
Wow. And you brought your wife with you?
No.
Or your friend? Okay.
No. We came down with a group of friends.
Okay, well, wish all your family back in Seattle. We're sending you our 60, 70-degree weather right now, right? They're up at 100 there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice and cool here.
All right,
Yeah.
Doug, thank you for talking with us. Hope to see you back next year.
Excellent.
And for more great stories, visit LincolnCityTV.com. Thank you.